My name is Elise Varner, and I will be discussing the use of Facebook for marketing purposes. First, I will explain the usefulness of Facebook as a marketing tool. Then, I will talk a little bit about the pricing strategy, then the strengths and limitations of using Facebook as an advertising medium, and lastly, I will explain how it fits into the marketing mix. Advertising on Facebook has become a huge medium in the advertising world. These advertisements are both visual on the PCs as well as mobile devices. More than 1 billion people are currently active on the Facebook website every day. This provides a huge opportunity for marketers and advertisers. With that big of a market using the social media outlet, there is a lot of room for advertisers to reach out to the population. Using Facebook to achieve the promotion of a product or company in general is a genius idea because they have found a way to customize the ads based on the person's characteristics, which make the exposure to the target market easier. Facebook has become a great new way of advertising, but there are two questions that come into play. Is it working, and will it go out of style? I will now talk about the usefulness of using Facebook for marketing purposes. Facebook advertising has proved its usefulness for both the consumer and the marketer in many different ways. In order for an advertising service to be successful, it must generate the proper amount of revenue for the company offering the service, and the advertisement's effectiveness must meet the requirements of the buyers. What makes Facebook advertising service so useful is the fact that the ads run on their own website, which has over 1.39 billion monthly subscribers. What is even more intriguing is the fact that 1.9 billion of those users check their Facebook with their mobile device. This feature essentially gives users the opportunity to view ads virtually anywhere. For companies trying to increase the viewership of their ads, there is nothing better. From the standpoint of the marketer, there is no easier way to target specific people or segments of people. Facebook has the ability to track a user's internet use and search history, which oftentimes can tell them a lot about the interests of the consumer. Facebook stores all of this information in a giant database and sells it to companies who need information on their buyers. In essence, Facebook tells companies which people would be interested in their product based off of their search history, and then provides them the medium in which they can run their ads to the specific person or audience. Aside from the CIA, Facebook has the largest database of information on the general public in the world, and every business knows how valuable that information is for business. This led Facebook to generate $12.5 billion in revenue just from selling advertising space on their website. Clearly, people understand how useful this service is and are very willing to pay for it. Next, we will go into pricing. Facebook ads are priced in a very unique way. Advertising on the internet works much differently than advertising on TV or on a billboard. This is because the space for the ads is much less limited than that of traditional methods. Facebook has over 1 billion users on a monthly basis, which means that you can send the ads directly to the target audience instead of hoping that they are watching TV at that moment. The other unique part about Facebook advertising is that the company who wants to run the ad determines the price of the ad space. If you are wondering how that is possible, it's actually quite simple. When a company wants to run an ad on Facebook, their first step is to create an ad that they want to run. Choosing an audience goes right alongside creating the ad. You must have an audience in mind so that you can make an effective ad that provokes action. Once you have taken care of these first two steps, the company must decide how much they want or can spend on an ad. Essentially, the company must come up with a spending limit. Facebook gives the company a choice to set either a daily budget or a lifetime budget. This means that the company must choose exactly how much they are willing to pay, either on a daily basis or how much they are willing to spend total. How much money the company spends will determine how many people see the ad and how long the ad will run. However, Facebook takes it upon themselves to find the most appropriate audience for the ad or the people most likely to appreciate the ad and take action. The ads stop running once the money in their budget runs out, and companies have the option to either add or subtract money from the budget at any time. So far, this seems almost too good to be true, but there is one little snag. With so many different companies using Facebook to run their ads, you can be sure that there will be many companies targeting the same people. The question at this point is, whose ads do they see first and for the longest? When there is more than one company targeting the same audience, the ad space gets put up for the auction. Once you have established a budget, you can decide how much you want to bid for the audience to see that ad within your budget. Facebook has an automation feature that will take care of bidding for you if the company chooses to do so. Facebook guarantees that they will never overspend what is in your budget and will always bid the lowest possible price to run that ad. If you want your ad to have priority over the others at all cost, you must be willing to set a higher budget than your competitors. The amount of money you can put into a budget is unlimited, and you can also put as little as $5 into the budget if your funds are low. With that being said, based on the target audience and length of the ad, the pricing is determined by the auction and how many people are bidding on the same audience. The more companies there are bidding on the same audience, the higher the price will be to run the ad. Now I will touch on the strengths of using Facebook to advertise. With every form of advertising, there are strengths and limitations present. There are several strengths associated with advertising on Facebook. Only 20% of the ad can be devoted to sales material, so it will basically look like any other Facebook post from a business. Facebook also limits the ads that appear to 10 a day, so the user is not overloaded with a ton of ads that clutter their timeline. Most of the time, placing ads on Facebook will generate more ads for a company's page. It also has a sort of snowball effect because when a user likes a page, it shows up on the newsfeed for all of their friends to see, which in turn is exposure to a whole other group of people that may not have seen the ad in the first place. Facebook also allows you to view numerous analytics based on your sponsored ad, which is very helpful when a marketer is monitoring the ad and the effectiveness. You are also able to see the potential reach that your ad may have in order to help you make decisions on which target you want to go after. Going along with that, Facebook makes it very easy to target the specific markets you are looking for. There are copious amounts of information that Facebook has on their users, and advertisers can use that information to specifically target different groups of people. Also, there is the opportunity for local businesses to advertise as well. When placing an ad, a business can specify a specific town or towns that they would like to reach, and any user with that town listed on their Facebook will be able to receive that ad. These are some of the many advantages that are offered with advertising on Facebook. Going along with the strengths are the limitations. With every good thing, there must be some downsides. Although there are several benefits of advertising on Facebook, there are also limitations. The click-through rates for Facebook are lower than normal. This can be disappointing to see from an advertiser's perspective. Although Facebook lets you target specific markets, some ads are not targeted and are irrelevant to some users. This, in turn, can annoy users and be an imposition. Some users even believe that these ads are spam, so they will not click on them or engage with them in any way. Lastly, with Facebook ads, it is hard to grab the user's attention. Most people are too busy constantly scrolling to slow down or even notice an ad on their newsfeed. These are some of the disadvantages of using Facebook as an advertising medium. Lastly, I will talk about the marketing fit. Facebook is extremely beneficial when it comes to achieving marketing objectives and promotional plans for users. Facebook creates a hub for businesses by making their page discoverable, connected, timely, and insightful. Businesses are discoverable because they are able to be found when searched by consumers. They are connected by personally interacting with consumers. They are timely by enabling businesses to reach large groups of people with one post. Lastly, Facebook pages are insightful because it gives the business a deeper understanding of their customers' needs. Social media has revolutionized marketing, and Facebook is responsible for a large part of that. Businesses use Facebook to market their brands by creating fan pages where consumers can like their page to follow company updates. This drives traffic to their website by posting the URL on their page, which strengthens the company's exposure. As stated before, Facebook allows companies to interact with their consumers on a whole new level. Fan pages are a free alternative to implementing customer engagement. By sharing photos and videos, asking, answering questions, and conversing with customers, businesses strengthen their overall consumer image. Lastly, if a business is running a promotion, by simply posting a status or photo, they can inform all of their fans of the sale. So as I wrap this up, I need to mention that Facebook marketing does not necessarily make sense for all companies. Depending on your product or type of business, you may not be able to add value to your company by using Facebook as an advertising medium. If your target demographic is the older generation, you may not be able to reach them via Facebook. Overall, social media in general has helped shape online marketing, and my prediction is that it will be around for a long time to come.